The coroner inquest that sat 30th of September 2024 came with a lot of shockers, U-turns, and a lot of extremely unbelievable. I want you to pay attention from the beginning so that you'll be updated on what happened at the coroner inquest. Like I said yesterday, the nurse, Sam Larry, Naira Marley, Wunmi, or is it Wunwon or Wunwinch, and others, all of them present, supposedly at the inquest. But there is a shocker, a turn of event that got a lot of people thinking. The legal representative of the nurse, Feyisayo, and Wunmi's lawyer came together in the same vehicle to the inquest. Are you guys beginning to connect the dots together? This is just a tip of the iceberg. What you're about to hear, in fact, you will get to understand that we are dealing with wickedness. 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 It is a plot. Definitely, for the nurse to have been clubbing, for the nurse to have rested her mind at the police station, according to Spending and even more, Prime Boy, even though I don't want to go with what they said then, that she was busy selling some toys, mature toys. She was busy doing that. Probably she was trying to raise money. Maybe that is what she does. So she's trying to raise money because she knows she's in a mess. But now, two lawyers. I know that lawyers don't have to be against each other. They don't have to fight each other to represent different or opposite client. But what exactly is this thing? What is going on? Is there a more sinister? Is there something that we don't know? Who is that nurse? Has she been bought? Because we were told by Wunmi that it's the nurse. Recall the audio that got leaked where Wunmi was continuously saying, is Liam the nurse that injected Mohbad? Simply saying that the nurse had died, R.I.P. Mohbad. But now, it seems there is a kind of a manipulation somewhere. That is what it seems. But at the coroner inquest, a lot of things bursted out. Still on justice for Mohbad. Do not forget to like and share. Do not forget to tap on the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. Returning subscribers and those that have been here, I say a very big thank you to you. And to those that have tapped on the thanks button, the one with the love icon and the dollar sign in the middle of it, may God bless you. If you also want to be a part of this, you want to encourage us to do more, tap on the same button. Justice for Mohbad. Let's get right into this one.
You made a very good observation. Hold on. You made a very good observation in the beginning of your summation, and I would like to take us back to it. Are you confirming to this honorable house, honorable platform, that Nurse Feyisayo's lawyer came in the Feyisayo, the nurse lawyer, came in the same car with Wunmi's lawyer? Yes, she did. Okay, continue.
She did with the flappy hair guy. That's Abdul Karim Karim Kazim, or what did he call himself?
Now we are putting one on one together. Go on.
Memoli, you did the video, so after the show, you can go to your live and download it and check it. Just check, yeah?
Okay.
Just download your live.
Yeah, true.
It should be on your live. It's why it's live. It should be on your live.
The video, and let's analyze that again later.
Okay, no problem. I'll do that. So, but that was it then. Mr. Gurexi has briefed us where the lawyer was asked that Wunmi's the nurse's lawyer, and she was stating something that maybe the nurse is not, she's representing blah blah blah, and I think the magistrate was trying to make her understand that even the pathologist, no matter how risky or scary the whole place was, he still came today. And whether I think there was one excuse he's meant to have, but at least he was present. the nurse has no reason not to be present at the court today, because other people are here. Why didn't she, before she now said let them go for recess or something, then she came back talking about that Bankole and Smith, their disruption, trying to stop it. That's from Aries and Co. So, and I was on live recently, and somebody were just trying to tell me that they already stated that one of these people that changed from the other camp that was there said something that, I told you that what if the nurse doesn't come? That this was what they were already foreseeing and trying to avoid, blah, 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 blah. And, people are waiting for 14 days. Now, let's know what is going on. I don't know the desperation why this set of people that claim to be public want to really associate with Baba Mohbad. Kebe, I just read it now. There's a lawyer from women organization something. Go there and submit your own. Must you be with Baba Mohbad? Anyway, let me mute you. That's all I have to say. Thank you. I've been able to.
Thank you very much, Naimoli. I will allow the panelists to go ahead. But before the panelists will go ahead, let me state this emphatically. In all the submissions that we've heard today, it is ascertained that it was Bankole and Smith that went to collect stay of proceeding, that obtained an injunction stay of proceeding. That was why the inquest today was brought to halt. And Bankole and Smith was seen in the premise of the court before the proceedings started. And when they started, they could not see him. I think probably he had to go to High Court to make sure that he pushed further so that the inquest will be stopped. And he achieved that. Thank you, Bankole and Smith, representing the other people. I'm not going to mention their name, but and we know that where that was coming from. Now again, we'll be able to establish that
Sorry to interject you, please. Sorry to interject you. I think it's about time we start mentioning, please. Today's own, it was going well. Nurse and even Wunmi, everybody, they were there ready to respond, and they stopped it. It's about time we call their names out, so people know who is the mole disrupting justice.
But what exactly is the interest of these people, this set of people we're talking about? What exactly is their interest?
Sorry,
So,
sorry, please. I will soon mute and leave, sir. If you notice, from last year, the Bankole and Smith have been involved till May. Justice wasn't moving forward. The moment these people were out of it, from June, please, you go look at Punch, make your research, go to the inquest, and go and be hearing how things are going. And you will see how progressive it is. All along, they have even granted more people that will be coming to the inquest. Tell me why they are so desperate to be involved. We need to call their names out. They are the moles disrupting the justice. There is no powerful person. But when you have Kokorotin Jeff for RF, follow, if you don't kill the insects, you're in soup. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Naimoli, for that. Let me continue by stating what we've able to gather in the submission of these brilliant people today. We're able to establish the fact that the nurse lawyer and Wunmi's lawyer came in the same car. Now, when you go back to the three-way calls Ayat, Abulebe, and Wunmi was making, when they were asking Wunmi, pé ta ló pa Mohbad, oníṣẹ́ ni nurse, oníṣẹ́ Liam ni nurse tó gún lábẹ́rẹ́ ni. So it gave the impression that the nurse really was, actively involved. But now the same Wunmi is collecting lawyer for the nurse. Don't forget, I'll take you back memory lanes again. Around November, December, we heard that Wunmi was trying to chat with Spending and the nurse. And our brothers of then, Westo, did a psychological investigation when he went to Panti. And it was like, it's as if Wunmi has started talking to the nurse. And now, fingers are crossed. It brings us to why Wunmi, lawyer, and this prime suspect now. The police named the nurse as the prime suspect. The person that is claiming that she's looking for justice, the lawyer and the lawyer to the nurse are coming in the same car. Could it be it's the same person that is funding them? Now again, we're able to establish or to get to know also that Iya Mohbad has collected our own lawyer. Shekoton, when we were telling all of you that you wanted to place curse on us because the way we refuted and we stand that there is nothing good that will come out in a woman that abandoned his son for 15 years. And when he was asked... Can I just roll the film on your... No. Go. And when he was asked, when she was asked to bring a cloth so that they could make a prayer, she was so happy that she gave the wrong clothes. And again, the last time she came to visit the inquest, after a long while, she came to cry that she wanted to go and bury. She wanted to go and bury Mohbad. And we were saying that we've seen all these indices. For us, is a red flag.
It makes sense. Anyway, let me start by thank you. Now, my opening points be this. Thank you very much, Honorable York Daddy. As at 10:07 a.m., I wrote it. Wunmi's lawyer, was around outside the inquest. That was when he came in with those other sets of people. Even as at that period, Shashangele was already present before that. Ziyadura was present before this 10:07 a.m. But as at 10:07 a.m. that was when the lawyer of Wunmi came in. As at 10:49, right, Wunmi's lawyer entered into the court around that time with the other lawyers. That's with the lawyer of the nurse lawyer and one other representative of theirs that came in. So maybe that's Mama Mohbad's lawyer. I think that's Mama Mohbad's lawyer, the guy, because there were three that came in. Wunmi's lawyer, but this was as at 10:49 a.m. As at 11:28, the judge then asked, them that where are the other people? Because initially they were running the other courts. They had a sitting initially. So there were some other people that now said, oh, Sanshitu is outside. They are waiting for the other people to leave the hall so they can come in. And it wasn't long. 11:18, Sanshitu entered inside the hall. That was when Sanshitu entered. At 11:47, Sanshitu introduced himself. And the other lawyers introduced themselves. And, Naira Marley's lawyer came up. Every other, the female, there's this woman, that's the lawyer, Abiodun also. She's representing for women affairs or something like that. She was also there. Please, you bear with me. I was actually at the extreme end because you can't sit in front like that because of family. They will kick me out. So in order to avoid being kicked out, I went to hide in corner. Going forward, when it was time, the judge said, okay, everybody should. The judge even came in before them, definitely, sorry. So the judge then, Sanshitu now asked the judge about what Gurexi just said about Bankole and Smith. Because I wrote it here, Prof Smith, I was abbreviating it. If they sent in an order, if she got an order that he got one, and the judge was like, the magistrate also, she was like, she didn't get any. So he was like, please check your phone that is being sent to him. Didn't the rest people get it? They were nodding their heads. I don't know, maybe one counselor was trying to say yes, I don't know. So one other guy, that's the pathologist lawyer, stood up and said, sorry, the stuff that people are talking about, he did not get a copy. they said, let's move forward. Everybody have said they didn't get a copy, that they need to move on. So it was then Sanshitu now had to take the floor. But the judge was like, the magistrate was like, she didn't see anything, that maybe later she will check, maybe it will fall in her own. But for days now, she hasn't, as at the moment she even sat there. And if they look at it, she has been sitting there since morning. That's like, let me say, I got there before 8. They have started the sitting. If you remembered, I was live, like showing people that they all was getting food. They had already started at some point then. So she was like, she hadn't touched her phone, so she doesn't know of anything like that. Maybe when it's time, she would, during the recession, maybe that's when she might see it. She doesn't know. So they said, okay, let them move forward with the inquest. So Sanshitu now asked the pathologist about his profession, that how long has he been, if you cannot wait, leave. Don't moving forward, Emma Binu. Moving forward, Sanshitu now asked the pathologist, how long has he been in practice? You understand, like his background. So he said he has been practicing like since 2010. That he started with, he joined the pathologist team since 2010. So then the other part was another. They talked. He introduced himself properly and said other things.
Sorry, Naimoli.
H2. I think that's about the the CTC. I don't know, BioBillion. If you can go on to the CTC, because they read about the CTC. That's in the not CTC, the results. That's autopsy results. So that we read about
result, it's page 4 pages. Page 2 is the information of the autopsy.
Yes. So he asked him about the information, told him to read about it. So while they were reading about it, he talked about the injury, because I marked it. He said around that injury part, that if the heart, so he started talking about injury. He said if somebody's heart maybe got an injury towards the heart, are you saying that the part that you, because according to him, they wrote severe, moderate to severe. I think I need to go and get that autopsy result out so that we'll be able to work with it. He said the autopsy result, according to their autopsy results, it was saying moderate to severe. If you are saying it's from moderate, it got to severe, are you saying that at the severity of it eating the heart, would you say that the thing cannot cause, can you say that it can lead to death? The pathologist answered yes. That was what he was saying. He was just saying yes, that it can lead to death. Because before then, when they were asking him a question, it was not like, let him explain. Sanshitu said, no, all I need is your answer, straight answer, yes or no, is what they want to deal with. Going on to the next part, Sanshitu now still talked about the stuff, another part that he said the spleen area. You also said moderate to severe in your investigation. If you are saying that this stuff that you discovered, that it was from a moderate state, it can get to a severe state, do you agree that when it's severe, it can lead to death? The pathologist said, yes, correct, that it can lead to death as well. So Sanshitu still talked about the adrenaline, trying to break down the hormones and everything to him, and now said that if it's in severe states, do you believe it can also lead to death? The pathologist agreed as well, said yes. He said you talked about the pancreas, talked about the kidney, that you mentioned it, that it gets from moderate to severity. And he asked, do you think that it can lead to death as well in a severe case? He said yes, it can. So Sanshitu referred him to page 8. So, and in that page 8, I think they were asking about the major injuries, because when he said the injuries, the pathologist was not like, no, it's just an injury. The son said, okay, injury, that let's say, he now said it's a minor injury. That is not that a minor injury. Okay, Sanshitu now asked him, yes, because from the answer I remember the question too. Sanshitu now asked him that, can a minor, do you agree that a minor or a major injury, like a severe injury, a serious wound, or a minor wound can lead to death? So he was saying, no, he needs to explain. Sanshitu said, answer. He now said, minor injury cannot lead to death, cannot lead to cause of death. That minor injury won't lead to cause of death. Sanshitu said, so no blood, hold on please. So it was saying, so no blood seemed, sorry, please. Plus stab injuries, no bleeding, but there's, yes, okay, so he talked about it. He said, so now, they said in the injury now, he's trying to say that at the burial ground, when they, in that test, right, in that page 8, they talked about the bleeding part, said, under his test, that he said there was no blood, they didn't find eje, that they found mud and all that. He now said that, yes, that they found, he said no blood, that they didn't get any blood on Mohbad's body. But the only way they could get blood from Mohbad when they wanted to do their test is from the blood vessels, that they had to scrape the vessels in order to get blood. Okay, let me just say, he says no, he got blood from vessels. So he said yes. So I'm sorry, I'm reading my question in order to answer you so that you get it. So he says he got the blood shot from the, from the blood vessels. And if they were able to take blood immediately after Mohbad died in less than 24 to 48 hours, it's always easy. But after 8 days, they will have to go through the inner part of the body, that's like maybe from the axe, that they were able to scrape from the vessels there to use in running tests. So Sansitu says, the last page of the toxicology, so he interjected and was like, he's not the one that, gave the results and all that. But at some point, Sansitu now interjected him, because I didn't really jot that part. So Sansitu replied him saying, but you came to defend this result from them, right? So Sansitu now, he now said yes. So another part was page 3. Sansitu referenced page 3. And I think at that part there, that was when he was summarizing the pathologist, hold on please, statement. Okay, yes, that's when he was responding to pathologist statement, saying that if pathologist is saying he cannot respond for the toxicologist, how can he come to the court to defend what he doesn't know? That he should have made his proper findings before coming to defend in the last inquest that he, went to defend it. He now said that, okay, wait, let me ask. There was a part where, okay, yes, can the doing cause the cause? Okay, so at some point they now talked about I need to get to that part 3, page 3, because I don't know what was in the page 3. So whenever they read it, it will tell them, go to page 3, read about so parts. Then he talked about maybe the external examination, but the pathologist answer around that part, page 3, was like, he said, because it was like, can the stuff cause death? He said, yes, it can. And I think it's about the, sorry, please. I'm trying to get it. Okay, I think it's external. Maybe this one I will have to summarize, go read the lab, the results myself in order to get the listing. But they were talking about the whole injury here. So another part, let me just go straight to the next question. He said, did he find it at any space that the hand of the, that did he check? Did he see any injury? Before the test was done and all that, sorry. Did he find out if yes. Okay, so he said, did he find out if there was any kind of issues, like before the toxicology could do his own? He said no, that he didn't do anything because he is not a toxicology expert, but he's a pathologist. That is the toxicologist that is to respond to that. So another part, he said, so your report is inconclusive then? He said, yes, that his report is inconclusive because since he could not, stand on what he came to defend the last time. Then they went forward and I said, as a method, NMS said nothing was done in their lab. What can you say? May 23rd, sorry, that what can you say about it? He now said they denied it. That he denied it's not him, you understand? Then on that period, he went further, like Sansitu was like, and did you bring any of your evidence, like a copy where you debunked NMS? That did you go out and debunk NMS, like maybe any news, like a press release debunking that NMS, the news that Punch gave out then, that is a lie, Did he at any point, did they at any point do that? He now said it's not like that. That he needed to explain what happened. That the case is a third party thing. And the people that went to NMS to make inquiry, according to Point, that went to NMS to make inquiry, they went with Mohbad's name. And they didn't go with Mohbad's name, they went with a code. And they were asking for results, which according to IPA law, this was why I was saying that they listened to what we discussed. That according to IPA law, they will not give you such information, that they will never give you the results. And the people that went there went to ask for results, and they used a third party. So it's more or less like they sent their test to someone, and that person now sent it to what's these people's name, NMS. So that was what happened, that it got to NMS via code, not with Mohbad's name. So at some point again, Sana said, did he investigate it, that indeed that what these people stated, that they said NMS brought fake results, did he investigate it and all that, if he got to NMS? He said yes, that he did. He said he did. So Sanchitu further went forward and said fatal drugs under the stuff. He said fatal drugs reaction to death, that can fatal drug reaction lead to death? He now said yes. So he said it's very possible that it can lead to death under their test result. Sanchitu now further went forward and said, are there other ways you can investigate? That's investigate Mohbad's case. So he listed some other techniques that they can use in investigating Mohbad's corpse. And he said they can use X-ray, visual. Sorry, they can use X-ray, they can use visual ways. He mentioned about a few. So Sanchitu now said, did you use the modern, and the modern, those are the modern tools. Sanchitu now said, did you use the modern tools for this test? So he said no, that they didn't use the modern one, that Nigeria doesn't have any of those modern tools anywhere. So, and at some point Sanchitu now said that, you know, that Mohbad's case is an international body, that people are very interested in this case. And doesn't he think that at that case they should have, you know, since they said they are taking it abroad and all that, they should have used modern stuff, that this case is a very crucial case? He said yes, that he knows, but they didn't use any modern tools. They didn't investigate deep, like use, you know, there are some tools that maybe, from what they were saying, like tools that would dig further.
That without laceration they could get what they wanted to get.
I didn't get you, Mr. Gorexi, please go ahead.
That modern technology, that they couldn't get a laceration on his neck.
Yeah.
Without laceration, just put it under the CTI machine, all those machines, like a scan, and they'll be able to see everything. But he said the object is not in Africa, it's not in Nigeria, it's not in Africa. What Sanchitu was trying to expose there was that if you could take the sample, send the sample abroad, but you had a better and more reliable technology in which they are going to scan through the body and you will see everything. You could as well transported the body abroad, which you did not do, and you are coming here to give us inconclusive and a kind of result that is not ascertained. That there is no certainty in the result you are bringing. It was an interesting day though, and I'm enjoying your narrative and your analysis. Please sit back and continue. I'm enjoying bit by bit of what you are saying. Thank you very much. If I have anything to say, I'll come in.
Thank you. I only just try to analyze a little, but these are the questions I try to, it's not easy. You're writing question, writing answer immediately, like that. So I try to pick. I'm trying to manage Tony at the same time. So anyway, let me move forward. Then, all right. Tony the vex say Ogbeni sorrow. What should parrot near money Tony they will deny now. Leave them, please. Let me hear.
And I told you
Stage, yeah. Sorry, hold on, please. I need to get to life. I'm going to the next place where I wrote. Sanshitu now said, "Do you have reports by the toxicology?" He said no, he doesn't have a copy of the report. Sanshitu now went further and asked again that you said the results is uncertain. There was a part in this thing that it too is summarized toxicology results, saying that the result is uncertain. So Sanshitu used synonyms for inconclusive. Inconclusive is uncertain. Not there are other words like which other words can I use for uncertain?
Ascertain.
Yes, thank you very much. The word ascertain was also used. So Sanshitu broke it down.
In progress.
Yes, Sanshitu broke it down to a layman's term. He said your results, you said is blah, blah, blah. And can the injury cause death? Because Sanshitu said, since you said all these things are unascertained, blah, 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 blah. And can that injury of Mohbad, on Mohbad's arm that they saw, can it cause death? The pathologist now said, no, it can't cause death. So now this is Wunmi's lawyer. Wunmi's lawyer was like, was it done by you alone or others? If the test was done by him alone or others? He said not him alone. The pathologist now replied that he wasn't the only one that did the test. This is Wunmi's lawyer. So he further went ahead to ask again that did he identify the drugs that were used on Mohbad, that was found on Mohbad? That's when they did the test. That did the pathologist identify the drugs inside Mohbad? Pathologist now said no. Prime Boy's lawyer, he said that was all for it. Just 2 questions. Prime Boy's lawyer went further and asked, saying, will you say another test can come back same with their own? That same with his own results? He now said, most likely not. That not ascertained, like he cannot, that it can come in like similar like his own. So the lawyer asked another one. I think I missed that other question. But then Sam Larry's lawyer asked, they didn't ask much, all of them were just asking 1, 2. So Sam Larry's lawyer now asked his own, Sam Larry Naramali's lawyer asked the pathologist. He now said, does it mean your report doesn't show if it's injection, if it's via injection, IM or oral, that the results, the reports that they brought, if the results can show if it is oral or this thing? So the pathologist now says, or IV, like that's like showing the dosage of IV that might have been given, or IM or this thing. So the pathologist was not like, he says it just shows the drug, but it doesn't show if it's via IM or via oral. That is difficult to state the part of the body that the drug was given. Then again, I missed that one zone. Isha asked, but then it wasn't too keen. At some point, I wasn't writing again, because some people question, no, they ginger me. So now, going to this lawyer now, the lawyer for women, lawyer Biodun, for women, that's Anwabiamos, not TikTok Abiamos. I'm talking about women Kenya Association. Please, I repeat that word.
It's popularly called Yagani.
Yagani, thank you.
Yagani, yes, Yagani. I mean Gani Fawe. Gani Fawe. So Yagani Lamang Penny Yagani Lamang Penny struggle. Yagani.
Okay. Her name is Lawyer Biodun. Please, I withdraw that statement. Not TikTok Abiamo, please, I beg. I'm talking of women, like Women's Society, something like that. She's a lawyer for them. So she now asked, she was under, now took over. She said, what are the standard application, like what are the standard ways to, do the test? So the pathologist was like, he explained himself. The order, like, you know, when they will get an order from the police first on for. He shall introduce it the way they did the proceedings. Now that they went to, you know, they went to pick Mohbad's corpse. You know, after they get the order, they do take their sample. After they do that, he shall explain all those parts. Anybody if they Google all those ones, yeah, call that. Am I being sorry? So he just said everything will be done after they've gotten it. They will send the stuff back. They will give it to the police or whatever. So he now said, how many branches do they have in Nigeria? Lagos Pathologist branches. He mentioned that there are 4 branches. That's the histopathy, micro, blah 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 blah. He shall mention the 4. So the lawyer further went. He said, you analyzed to, okay, he said, the lawyer now further went. He said, did you analyze the body? Did you analyze the head? That's when Mohbad was exhumed, since he saw it, that did he analyze Mohbad's body if he saw injuries or the head, if he checked the head? He said yes, that they did, that they brought out the brain and did everything so that, you know, they don't miss anything. That they opened his brain, they took out samples that they wanted to use and to do the test. So the lawyer now said, did you see any injury on Mohbad's head? He said, the pathologist now said, no, only the forearm he saw an injury. So the lawyer was like, what objects, like sharp, or what object? Is it like a stab, or what was the kind of injury? He just said that the body, there is only a superficial injury. So the lawyer now went further. Impacts of autopsy and what's the impact of autopsy and toxicology? He now said to find the cause in order to help with the results. You understand that the best time that they can do is always like it comes within. Okay, wait. So yeah, it comes within 3 days. Cause of hold on, and pound the blood. Okay, yes, it was there. He was talking about the. Sorry, let me go back to that place about the impact of autopsy toxicology on tests. So I just noted that. So the lawyer was asking that you said when Sanshitu was sanctioning him that he took blood out and all that, and all of a sudden you're saying that if it was within that I was able to get blood after 8 days. So he was not trying to explain himself here that no, that he was trying to state it that if they can get blood immediately within 2-3 days, like after Mohbad died, they will just quickly withdraw the blood and, you know, use it. That is always better to run that one that during that period. So she went further and said, how did you scoop out blood? He now said that they took it from the large vessels, that they didn't send this thing. He now said that he doesn't have anything to, it was about the sample, if they sent it, where they sent it to. He now said that no, that they sent the sample to the IPO, that they gave the sample of the tests, that the samples of what they collected, every of this thing, to the IPO. He now said time frame for tests. They asked him about the time frame for tests, that how long will it take for these results to come out? That's like for the toxicology autopsies to come out. He now said not more than 4 weeks. Mr. Gurexi, oh my God, he's not here. He's here that I would like him to even help me out. Because he said not more than 4 weeks, so not 4 months. Oh.
For autopsy or toxicology?
Maybe it's autopsy. He said because he said time frame for test. I will need
Sorry, let me drop for Gurexi to come up. When he finish, I'll come back.
The lawyer now said, how long did yours take? If Mr. Gurexi come, please, we need to ask him. He should help me answer that, please. I left it open. Further went, he said, did you bother to check that's Mohbad's head and all that? In case maybe there was an injury in the head, like if he understands that there's hemorrhage and all that. Billions, you were there. So he said, sorry for the distraction. He now said, I think they were talking about, oh, I think I missed that one too. I just noticed I didn't forward. The next question was, that where was the sample? Like when he took the sample, why didn't he take it? He said, that okay, yeah, that who were there when the sample was taken. He mentioned himself, he mentioned a few people, now mentioned the IPO, mentioned Blessing, Wunmi's sister, mentioned his HOD, that his HOD too was there as well. So the lawyer further went and asked him again, did you check the neck side again? Like we were trying to ask him. He now said he checked and there was nothing there. That's from the neck, head. Is he sure? He said there was nothing. That he didn't say anything. So he said, she now further asked again, is there probability anything? Hold on, please. Okay, I think I missed that part. Okay, I even asterisked it. I'm not meant to have mentioned it. Sorry. I'm not meant to have asterisked it. Sorry. So he went further again that what's the standard procedure? You understand, to handling this? That's like, maybe are they to give it to the IPO? What's the standard procedure when they take samples. He now said the standard procedure is that they take when they take the samples, they send it, they will give it to the prosecutor, that they hand it over to the prosecutor to go and do the test. And that's when he now said that he understand and he heard rather that he got the gist that it wasn't sent immediately. You understand? And it took about 4 months before they sent it. Please, did you hear that? So this was where the 4 months came in. He said that when they collected the sample and he had handed it over to the IPO, the prosecutors, that he heard, this is the pathologist, he heard, under his understanding, he understood that he got some, there was some talk somewhere that they didn't send it immediately, that it took about 4 months.
Welcome back. That was a lot. So it took about 4 months before the IPO sent out Mohbad's specimen. Can you believe it? It took 4 months. After the pathologists had done with what they needed to extract out of Mohbad, it took them 4 months. Now, this brings us to what the ordinary president, Alhaji Ahmed Issa, of the Brekete Family TV and radio program. He said, I have investigated. In fact, he went to Lagos. He said, what I can deduct from every that is happening is this. There is a plan to stall. There is a plan to delay. There is a plan not to take action so that the result will not come out as it should be. And this is exactly what they ended up achieving. Now, you might be wondering, what is the full meaning of IPO? My God. So this brings us back to the mother of Wunmi and certain persons that Shekpeteri, the mentor of Wunmi, might be connected to. Now, Shekpeteri will not only involve in Wunmi because it is Wunmi. There are 3 reasons. 1, personal vendetta. Personal vendetta. That part is the one connecting Naira Marley, where Iyabojo, aka Shekpeteri, aka Queen Mother, wants to punish. Then we have the part of Wunmi being a goddaughter, or Wunmi being one of those queens. You know, she is a queen mother. So for her to be a queen mother, she definitely has queens that she sends out to do what she wants them to do. I don't know what those things are anyway. So the third part of it is the revenue that Mohbad has accrued ever since his demise. It wasn't as if Mohbad was so rich when he was alive. No. Nobody can say Mohbad is rich back then. No. People don't even know him. I don't even know Mohbad. I don't know his music. It was an upcoming. But the day Mohbad passed away, the bell of fame rang all over the world. Until today, we are still talking about him. This equals more money. People went to listen to his music. People streamed on Audiomack. People streamed on YouTube, TikTok. Just people wanted to know, who is this dude? Who is this guy? Not to talk about royalties. So all of this together is a huge amount of money if Wunmi wins. If we did not push and press and fight, if there was nothing like DNA, paternity test, we would have won. If Mohbad's father had been stupid, foolish, the way they thought he was, the way they were expecting, if things didn't turn the way it is, in the direction that it is right now, Wunmi would have collected what she needs to collect, which runs into millions and millions and millions. She definitely will pay homage to the Queen Mother. And she's not going to pay that homage with thank you, with a bottle of wine. It is not possible. After all, Karimo said Wunmi and Liam have been in Secretary's house ever since that Tanzania boyfriend of Yabojo's daughter came. She has been there. She only left some couple of days ago. You can't just pick your bags and go live with someone if you have never had any prior. And Yabojo could not have jumped on this if there was no prior connection. There must have been one thing or the other. And from what we heard, she used to live with Yabojo like, one of those girls that stay in, leave, go and come. Is Yabojo training Wunmi how to be an actress, even though she's no longer also an actress? So what is she doing? What is Yabojo doing? Is Yabojo a singer? So what is this thing? Well, you've heard from our guest the account of the Corona Inquest, questions that have been asked, and the response so far. The most important of it is the response of the pathologist. What he said. He has narrowed it. He has separated himself. That is going to stick only to the autopsy and not the toxicology. And he is the one that said, I heard from certain quarters that the autopsy that I had given samples to the IPO was released, was sent after 4 months. Definitely, Mohbad would have decayed. That's the truth of it. Mohbad would have decayed more. And since they are not using state-of-the-art equipment, they are not going to use modern technology. Why? Who is Mohbad? Is Mohbad the son of a governor, president, elite? How much have the parents of Mohbad spent on him for him to be a human being that they are willing to spend that amount of money on? So, they did what they could, or what they wanted, or what they want, and here we are, inconclusive. Inconclusive. It is so sad. But we'll keep on keeping on this justice for Mohbad. Definitely. We'll keep on keeping on. Questions also were asked about the nurse. What the nurse administered to Mohbad, the injury on Mohbad's hands, and the excuse given by the legal representative of the nurse is that she is afraid for her life. So a lawyer is the one representing her. Definitely, it must come to that point where the nurse will have to appear to answer questions. What did you see? If the nurse is sticking to certain narrative, it means she's going to jail for the unqualified administration of medication on Mohbad. Will the nurse want to go down? Big question. That is why the suggestion of Wunmi's nurse and the Wunmi's lawyer, and the nurse's lawyer coming together to the court. Probably they want to exchange notes like, look, we have to keep this sane. There are certain things that will put my client in prison and yours in prison. So what do we do to keep them out of prison? It means Mohbad might not get justice if that nurse is not grilled properly. And I'm very sure that the lawyer representing Mohbad's father is aware of this. He will do the needful cross-examination. That's it. Then we also got an update that Mohbad's mother got a lawyer for herself. I don't know what she wishes to achieve. Not going with the lawyer of Baba Mohbad. What does she want to achieve with her own lawyer? Is she trying to ask people to donate because she believes that she has her own social media handle now? Yes, Mohbad's mother, she has a social media handle created for her where she's going to come and sing Shasha Gele and dance and entertain and cry a little bit and act insane. So people will donate. She wants her own lawyer. I don't get it. It's now Wunmi's team. Baba Mohbad's team. Mama Mohbad's team. Can you guys believe it? So we have 3 factions on justice for Mohbad. After Mohbad's mother has done the damage, havoc, wickedness, injury, that woman can never be trusted. It got to a time people were saying, oh, it's time for us to embrace her, thinking that she was under a spell. But what about the greed? What about this pettiness? What about the personal vendetta she has against Mohbad's father because of the other woman? What about people not donating to them anymore? What about that? So when the journey with Wunmi turned sour, distasteful, then she woke up and said, it's time to embrace Mohbad's father. That kind of person should be left alone. This type of people are not good people. They are fair weather friends. Only where the drums of joy and happiness is, that's where they go. Where oil to be leaked. But whenever there is a drop of blood, they run away. They don't stick with nothing. We don't need to beg you to get justice for your son. It's your business. Mohbad is your son. We are just showing we are just showing empathy. We are showing empathy. Mohbad is your son. We are showing empathy. That's it. So we don't need to beg you. We don't need to donate money to you. We don't need to persuade you to seek for justice for your son. So she got her own lawyer. I don't know what she wants her lawyer to. Maybe she's already thinking that she's in a mess and she will need a lawyer to defend her due to activities with Wunmi. So should anything be said about her, such as I told Mohbad's mother on Sunday that Mohbad is no longer alive. Maybe she wants to defend herself on, I don't know. Definitely she wants to defend herself. She knows that there is fire on the mountain. She's also an accomplice of something that we will soon get to know about it very soon.